Coming into today's action, unbeaten in our last 9 matches in all competitions, 13 of our last 14. Heading into a couple of major matches in Ligue 1. Also, we're going to be talking about the end of our Champions League phase. And we are going to have to find a new top scorer. Welcome back, everyone, to episode number 137 of Bottom to the Top. I'm Mr. Cellophane. How are you? Entering action here as we make our way into the final week of the month of January 2027. Still second place in Ligue 1. We have lost 2 matches, drawn 3. Rennes still unbeaten, so they are currently 8 points ahead of us. We have matches today against Stade de Reims, currently sitting in 11th, and Monaco in 4th. Those 2 victories could go a long way for us to potentially tighten up that gap. We're also 7th in the Champions League with 1 match left to go in the league phase that's coming up against Basel. We're going to play that one off camera. It comes in between the 2 league matches we are playing. And oh yeah, we're still alive in the Coupe de France. We'll look at all of our results, well, now. Coming out of our last episode where we beat Napoli in the Champions League 3-0, we came back, went on the road to Toulouse and played a very hard-fought 3-3 draw. We actually went down 2-0 early within the first 11 minutes of this one before Lahorai Laribi brought us back within 1. Philip Bungard restored the 2-goal advantage for Toulouse, but that pair of goals from Giovanni Fernandez were able to salvage us the draw. That took us to the beginning of the new year and our 9th round matchup against Rennes. Now, there were a ton of 2nd and 3rd division teams still in the competition, but we drew the team currently sitting in first place in Ligue 1, and we were able to take care of business. It didn't hurt that Abdelhakim Habar was injured in the 15th minute, one of their best players coming off of the pitch. Lahorai Laribi and Maris Tote playing super sub duty, scoring in the 88th minute to ice this one and get us into round number 10, where we were once again matched up with another Ligue 1 side, but this one was all PSG. We led 1-0 at the half after a 9th minute goal by Gershke Akar. He added another in the 68th minute to make it 2-0. Jack Chapman for Nantes brought them back within 1, but goals in the 96th and 97th minutes by Pietro Baldassarre and Mark Namphy managed to put this one away. PSG moving on to round number 11, and 2 of the best teams in Ligue 1 that were in the competition at the time are no longer. Which took us to our penultimate match in the Champions League. Ended up a 1-1 draw with Celtic. This one I'm going to show you the goals because I think we were absolutely hard done in the Scottish evening. I say that because the first goal for Celtic was, frankly, a comedy of errors. An own goal accredited to Kim Seon-il. Now, my opinion is the right winger was offside to begin with. That play never should have happened. Then it bounced off of 2 guys past Kim Seon-il. But Pietro Baldassarre, getting the feed back from Torquato, beats the goalkeeper to tie things up at 1. We had a couple of opportunities late in the match that we just could not take advantage of. But for some reason, Celtic were able to score, even though, again, the play should have been whistled down before it even happened. And as I mentioned in the intro, we are looking for a new top scorer. Now, I said a couple of episodes ago that there was nothing that could pry Jonah Kusiasare out of PSG's hands. Well, Liverpool came in and offered us $59 million up front and a deal totaling nearly 98 million euros when all is said and done for our 6'6" forward, and we realized that his value was never going to be higher. The 29-year-old Ghanaian Swedish dual national, well, he's in England now. And he does have big shoes to fill. In 16 appearances with PSG this year, he scored 15 goals, added 3 assists, and had been named man of the match 4 times. So we're going to have to do some rejiggering and figure out what we are going to do next. Now, that does not mean that we have been sitting on our hands. Now, our transfer budget was very limited because we spent quite a bit of money, especially once we brought Gershke Akar in at the end of the summer transfer window. We did spend a little bit of it, 2.9 million to be exact, on Glenn Øyvind Christensen, a Norwegian U21 international, 17-year-old winger. He can play on either the left or the right side. Tremendous crossing ability. I wish he was a little bit faster, but he's got some time to develop. We just love the head that this kid has on his shoulders, but hopefully he will be able to develop into quite the nice player. He's versatile, he's consistent, he's got great technique, and a ton of upside as his ceiling is very high. We made a similar move for 18-year-old Danish U21 international Jack Anderson. 4.2 million euros. Look at his value now, worth about 25 million. Stands at 6'6", a little bit slower than we would like. Maybe he can add some pace as he continues to grow. A little strength as well. He's already 6'6", 182 pounds. Center back, potentially for the future. We picked him up from Copenhagen. We have loaned him back for the remainder of the year. Again, a player that we do not plan on taking advantage of this season. He's one for the future. But we have made a move to hopefully replace Jonah Kusiasari, 22-year-old Spanish international in Iñaki, 6'7", 196 pounds. He's got some quickness to him, which we like. Again, a fantastic head on his shoulders. His concentration levels, maybe not exactly where we want them to be, but he is versatile. He can play striker. He could also play out on the right wing if we needed to, although his crossing ability isn't fantastic. We're going to try to work him in, see how he does. We paid 22 million for him to pick him up from Real Madrid. If he doesn't work out, then, well, we'll figure something else out. That all being said, Iñaki is going to get the start paired up with Gershke Akar in this match. Torquato and Laribi will be on the wings. So it'll be a midfield two of Fernandez and O'Malley. Back four of Sousa, Martinez, Tarasenko, and Susha, with Kim Seon-il as our goalkeeper. Hoping to make it 10 unbeaten in a row in all competitions against a mid-table team in Stade de Reims. We are on the road in front of what appears to be a packed house, 21,686. The early estimate of the attendance on this one, and so far Stade de Reims getting things started with the first shot on goal and the first highlight. Siuka up for Laurent, but turned over to Laribi. Akar with it, waits for a second, tries to push it past his man. Sluka knocks it away. Laribi has it taken away from him. Caffrey in control. Laurent back to Sluka as Stade de Reims looks to get things started, playing it across the back to Caserta. Over to Tron. Tron moving it ahead. He's got Abanda in traffic, throwing it forward. Tarasenko will be back to get it, and Kim Seon-il will send it long. Iñaki gets his head on it, back for O'Malley. Fernandez up for Iñaki, moving it wide to the left before pushing it to Torquato, sending it into the box. Laurent looking to clear, but Laribi will get it at the edge of the 18. O'Malley across Fernandez. Torquato shoots and cannot curl it in that far post. It's going to go out for a goal kick for Stade de Reims. First attempt on goal for PSG on the afternoon, and we do not hit the target. Torquato has it knocked away from him by Tran. Araya looking to move it the other way. Araya cannot get past Martinez. Nice standing tackle. Torquato with it along the near sideline, pushing it forward. These orange winter balls are a little confusing here in Ligue 1. O'Malley through ball to Gershke Akar, and Gershke Akar with his 15th goal of the season has quickly turned into the top goal scorer here at PSG. It is Stade de Reims 0, PSG 1, just under 17 minutes into this match. Iñaki getting it started, over for O'Malley with the through ball to Akar. Give Iñaki the hockey assist, which we know does not count in football. Rennes will have a game in hand on us after this match, but we do pull, as things stand right now, within 5. But a turnover, Diogo Lopez carrying it ahead for Stade de Reims, moving it up to the left wing. Diogo Lopez still with it, cut off by Fernandez, back for Laurent, across Caffrey. Caffrey moving it forward, cannot penetrate the box, played back for Fall. Diogo Lopez, he is in the area, he will shoot, and he will put his second goal of the year past Kim Seon-il as Stade de Reims ties up this match at 1. Unfortunately, just unable to take the ball away from them. Diogo Lopez finding himself open on the left wing that may have taken a slight deflection off of the leg of Tarasenko. Past Kim Seon-il, and we were once again even one apiece. Corner opportunity, though. Akar sending it in. Tarasenko puts his head on it for his second goal of the year. The near post header on the corner. It's Stade de Reims 1, PSG 2. And as long as we deliver on these set pieces, we are going to be A-OK. Tarasenko was in there, as was, I believe, that is Laribi on the corner as well. Not 100% sure. Goals from Gershke Akar and Dmitro Tarasenko for PSG. Diogo Lopez, the goal scorer for Stade de Reims. 5 minutes remaining in this first half. And hopefully, I was about to say we can go forward without another Stade de Reims highlight, but here we are. Sluka up ahead for Caffrey, trying to work it on the left side of the pitch. Laurent on the sideline ahead. Diogo Lopez back in field for Caffrey. He'll move it back. It's the ball past the charging Akar. Caserta in control. Ahead for Abanda. Back for Tron. Throwing it forward. Nielsen Modebe. Tarasenko will take it away from him, but Nielsen Modebe tracking it back down. Araya. Nielsen Modebe shoots and scores. Sean Nielsen Modebe with the assist from Felix Abanda. Was he onside, however? That is the question that will be decided by the video assistant, and they say he was. So in the waning minutes of this first half, Stade de Reims come back to equalize this game at 2, and that is where we are at the half. We have doubled them up on shots, more than that actually. Stade de Reims, though, enjoying 2-1 possession numbers. So we are going to have to actually work on that. Talk about possession. Now the weather is a little kind of, so we're going to knock down our directives. We're also going to play for set pieces because, frankly, the set pieces work for us. No changes to be made to the personnel, although disappointing matches so far for Tocado, Iñaki, and Laribi. Diogo Lopez with the corner. We're talking about set pieces. Kim Seon-il coming off his line to the edge of the 6-yard box to handle his own business. Sent long, but only Stade de Reims players are there. Tran dropping it for Caserta, ahead for Abanda. Moving it back for Caserta, up the right wing, Araya. Can't find a forward pass, so we'll play it back to the defense. Caserta to Iturbe, the goalkeeper. Starting things up now on the left side. Sluka for Laurent. Ahead, Diogo Lopez. Heavy touch through will be recovered by Siusia. O'Malley for Laribi. Quickly ahead for Gershke Akar. What a through ball. He's got Iñaki. Iñaki shoots, and Iñaki scores on his debut. First goal of the season for PSG to give them back a 1-goal lead. It's Stade de Reims 2, PSG 3. Gershke Akar on the receiving end of a beautiful through ball in the first half. This time he's the one who delivers. Finds Iñaki with nobody to beat but the goalkeeper. Torquato, though, still having a bit of a rough match on that left wing side. So we are going to make a change just shy of the 30-minute mark. If Dimos Torquato ain't got it, then Pietro Baldassarre is going to have the opportunity to show what he has. Fernandez taking it away, dropping it for Sousa, who will now move it forward. Nice switch of play to the near side Laribi, pushing it infield, dropping it for Tarasenko. For Shusha. In the middle, O'Malley quickly to Laribi, his shot. Iturbe dives for it, but it is going to sail high and over everything. Abanda looking to start things up the other way. Shusha stepping in front of that one, dropping it down to Fernandez. Baldassarre in control. He's got a man to his left. He's got a whole bunch in the middle. Baldassarre pushing it deep, sending it in, looking for Laribi. His shot is going to go off of the post and out of play for a goal kick. But PSG really starting to turn things on. Possession numbers really have not tilted in our way the way that I was hoping when we went to slightly shorter passing, a little bit more of a possession-based game. It is still Stade de Reims in control of the ball for the most part, but we do have that 3-2 lead. Just under 20 minutes left to play. Stade de Reims in control. Fall in the midfield across for Tran, ahead for Abanda, feeding it up the wing, looking for Araya, but Baldassarre coming back and playing defense and already contributing more than Dimas Torquato had in the first 60 minutes. Laribi in control as he moves it forward into the Stade de Reims end. Across for Fernandez, up for Iñaki. He'll find Baldassari up the left wing. Baldassari with space in the middle. Akar dropping it for Shusha. Shusha deep in the middle again. Akar's shot is blocked by Sluka. It will be another PSG corner. And we are going to look to make some changes after this corner, get some fresh legs out for the final 15 minutes or so. Akar sending it in, but they can't get it past Caserta, who will clear it. Baldassari tracking it down up that right wing. So he's on the other side, flipping it towards Iñaki far post. Caserta, though, will clear. Araya looking to start the counterattack. Nelson Modebe dropping it for Caffrey, and that is where the attack is going to come to a close. Fernandez will make way for Xavi Simons. Kieran O'Malley also on a yellow card, playing very well. Damiano Diana, who has made one appearance, I believe, for the club. Actually, 4 as a central midfielder this year with a 6.92 rating and an assist. So he's going to get an opportunity there. Meanwhile, Laribi feeling a little tired. So Yedel Valverde will come on in. Iñaki and Akar have goals, as does Dmitro Tarasenko. There are less than 10 minutes remaining, and we are going to kind of slow things down now. It is still raining in Reims. Tarasenko dropping it back for Shusha. The ball being controlled along the near sideline in our own end. Played forward, Iñaki. He looks for Gershke Akar, who loses track of the ball, and Fall will play it back to Iturbe. Sluka now in control as Stade de Reims look to move it forward. Abenda back for Jeffs in on that right back position. Abenda, Pfeiffer knocked away by Sousa. Xavi sending it forward. Morrison in control, but his clearance gets the ball to Sarri, thrown in the middle. Akar can't get his head on it. Valverde, though, tracking it down on the right side. Back for Shusha. Diana in the middle. Iñaki turns, fires, and scores. Iñaki with a brace on his debut. Damiano Diana with his second assist of the year. See, I knew pointing out that he had an assist was going to pay off later on. And with just over 5 minutes remaining in regulation, Iñaki on his debut scores his second goal of the year for PSG. It's Stade de Reims 2, PSG 4. And now the changes we have just asked for are going to be made. Final third throw in for Siusha. In for Valverde. He'll play it back, but intercepted by Diogo Lopez. Fall for Caffrey. Up ahead, Nelson Medebe dropping it for Fall, who charges forward. Near side, Diogo Lopez. Back for Fall in the middle. Caffrey in control. Back for Morrison to Caffrey. Diogo Lopez. Shusha with a sliding tackle. Knocks it away. Diana in control. Iñaki with it now. Playing it up the right wing. Valverde has 2 men on him. Tries to work his way out of trouble. Back for Shusha. Shusha to Diana. Back for Martinez. Can we try to find inroads on the left? No, we'll just pass it up the middle. Iñaki feeding Akar, and there's Gershke Akar's second goal of the year. Second goal of the night. His 16th on the year, and Iñaki picking up the assist. That makes 3 goal contributions for him on his PSG debut. And while he may not be a lot to look at, or not nearly as much as, say, Jonah Kusiasari was, 6'7". He is a presence in the middle of the field, and as he proved tonight, he can finish, and his vision ain't half bad either. Stade de Reims 2, PSG 5, and we are now 5 points within Rennes for the top of the table. We did manage to run our unbeaten streak to 11 with an emphatic 3-0 victory over Basel in our final league phase match. In the Champions League, we rotated a little bit, and we were rewarded for it as Javier Osorio scored his first goal of the year off of a corner with a brilliant header. Il LeBlanc coming into the side, scoring in the 48th and 81st minutes, getting named man of the match, and we have qualified for the round of 16. But that is for tomorrow's episode. We're taking on Monaco. We are at home. Monaco has slipped into 5th place in Ligue 1. We are back 8 points south of the top spot as Rennes won their last match. We are going back to, for the most part, the lineup that easily took care of Stade de Reims earlier on in the episode. Osorio is going to stay in the starting lineup. He is going to play as our left back next to Martinez, Tarasenko, and Siusha. Kim Sung-il will once again be our goalkeeper. A midfield two of Fernandez and O'Malley with Torquato and Laribi on the wings. Iñaki will pair up front with Gershke Akar and his 16 goals on the year. While we're not seeing the output that we did at Porto, at least so far, we are running into a similar situation that we had there where we just got a ton of scoring from our striker position, no matter who we put there. Iñaki and Akar played very well in the last league match together, so we're going to give them an opportunity to pair up again. Headed forward by Laribi, but Hamdi is going to track it down. Akar knocks it away, but Lewis Skelly is there to pick up the loose ball for Monaco. Looking for Sekat. Osorio steps in front of that one. Iñaki feeds Akar, and there it is. Goal number 17 on the year. However, the referee has blown his whistle. That may have been offside, but I thought it was. Yet another beautiful through ball, and I am correct. Osorio playing out of position as left back. Iñaki once again finding Akar in the box. Wouters cannot dive and make that stop. On the half volley, Akar picking up his 17th goal of the year, and yet another goal contribution for Iñaki in only his second league match and third appearance for PSG so far this season. 19 minutes in, Akar will take it off of the throw-in. Play it forward. Iñaki wide for Sousa. Has it knocked away. Toro gaining control for Monaco. Lewis Skelly for Hamdi. Looking to pick out his man on the long pass, but O'Malley steps in front of that one. Tarasenko wide for Sousa. Up the sideline. Laribi inside looking for O'Malley, but Lewis Skelly steps in front of that one. Matthias will play it back for Wouters, who will send it toward the midfield stripe. Osorio nodding it down to Torquato along the near sideline. Torquato finds Iñaki, back for Torquato. Quick pass in. Fernandez knocked away by Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly playing very well for Monaco this year. We'll keep our eye on him. Torquato quickly for Fernandez into the box, shooting, and Wouters in excellent position, able to make a pretty easy save there. Once again, we are the only match currently going on in Ligue 1, which means that Rennes has a game in hand on us. But with the victory as things stand right now, we once again pull within 5 points. But the final third throw-in, Lipari to send it in for Monaco. Getting it back from Seacat, feeds him again along the byline. Lipari to Elliott, moving it to his left. Elliott shooting, can't curl it inside the far post. It will be a goal kick for PSG. First shot on goal for Monaco. Akar from a dangerous position with the free kick, and he put it in right there. No, he's going to play it across. Iñaki for Fernandez, who misses the sitter, but I think he was also offside, so it really doesn't matter. In fact, it takes a little bit of the sting out of that. Martinez heading it forward. Gershke Akar with it. A lot of Monaco jerseys in front of him. Wide to the left. Torquato has to retreat to get it, but he's able to push it past one man into the middle. Gershke Akar into the box. Akar to his right foot shoots, hits it off of the crossbar. Cleared away, but Torquato will track it down along the edge of the box. Looking for Osorio, who is going to trip Elliott, and Elliott will earn a free kick for the away team. Monaco with just 2 shots on goal, neither of them finding their way on target. Lahorai Laribi not exactly having the greatest first half, but we head into the locker room 1-0. I don't think I want to give the complacency team talk. Hopefully this kickoff highlight is going to make me very happy. Iñaki controlling it, playing it left for Torquato up the sideline to Osorio on the overlap. Fernandez with it now. Will lay it back for Martinez. Will he work it around to the right? No. He'll try to play it to Osorio, but Seacat steps in front of it. Numbers the other way for Monaco. Marcus Leonardo into the middle. Ahamada thought he had a certain goal in front with nobody to beat but the goalkeeper, and he was unable to do so. O'Malley, though, has picked up a knock. He's going to come out of the match, be replaced by Xavi Simons as we make our first change of the match, just 50 minutes in. And the 1-0 lead holds Gershke Akar with the goal in the 12th minute. He also has picked up a booking. Martinez to get things started. Up for Fernandez. Xavi quickly to Akar. Laribi with it now. Keeping it away from Matthias. Fernandez looking to feed it through to Torquato. It's intercepted. Toro will play it back up to the midfield line. Tarasenko is there. His pass in the middle gets through a bunch of bodies. Iñaki is there. He can't get a lot of power behind that kick, though, and Valder's able to make a relatively easy save, but we have picked up another injury. Dimas Torquato will come out, and Pietro Baldassare will take his place. Meanwhile, Laharai Laribi not really having the greatest match, so we'll also sub him out for Yadel Valverde, who has not gotten a ton of playing time after a fairly torrent start to the season. Headed away, Fernandez can't control it, and here comes Monaco the other way. Marcus Leonardo dropping it back for Lewis Skelly. Finds Sack ahead for Elliott, the right midfielder. Seacott up the right wing. Into the middle, Ahamada. He's got numbers. Toro with some space along the left wing side into the edge of the box. Gets past his man. Throws it across. Seacott will shoot. Mohamed Seacott with his first goal of the season ties it up in the 72nd minute. It's PSG 1, Monaco 1. And Turo able to get around Tarasenko. Why Tarasenko was playing so wide, I'm not sure. Why Shusha was more on the interior, that did not make a ton of sense. So because Shusha was out of position, we will replace him with Antonio Sousa. Meanwhile, Fernandez also feeling a little tired. Mark Namphy is going to take his spot as our left central midfielder. Just under 15 minutes remaining in this match. Osorio to throw it in. Baldassare. Toro knocks down Namphy. Was he in the box, though? He was right along the edge. We'll see what VAR says. And the penalty has not been awarded, but it will be a free kick from the edge of the box, which Baldassare will take. Send it across. It's going to sail over everyone's head and just roll out of bounds. Not the greatest free kick for Baldassare. Unfortunately, not getting a ton out of our wing play today as 5 minutes are added on. Save made by Kim Seon-il. Time is ticking down. Sousa throwing in. Ahamada on the sideline. So Monaco down to 10 men. Iñaki heading it forward, but only there is Lewis Skelly. Valders looking to play it. 15 seconds remaining. Valders holding on to it for quite some time. Picking out Dominguez. Heading it forward. Sousa is there. He's got Valverde. Played in the middle for Xavi. Xavi for Namphy. Ahead. Gershke Akar moving it to his left foot, and he will chip it past the goalkeeper for his 18th goal of the year if it is not deemed to be offside. VAR will review, and it is going to count. So at the death of this second half, PSG able to pull out the 2-1 victory as Gershke Akar was played in there by Sek, and Sek must be kicking himself right now. Keeping Akar onside, Namphy feeding it through the middle, beating Valders with his weaker left foot, and Gershke Akar with his second goal of the match, giving PSG the 2-1 win. 6 unbeaten in a row in the league, 11 unbeaten in all competitions. We've got a matchup against Ligue 1 rivals Caen in the 11th round of the Coupe de France, and then a ton of points on the board with matches coming up against Troyes, Lorient, Montpellier, and Strasbourg. We will be back tomorrow with our round of 16 matchup in the Champions League. Don't know who we're facing yet. We will find out together. Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate you watching the video. Make sure you like and subscribe and come on back tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.